Good morning, folks. Welcome to Just Omer. And my name is Omer Ahern Jr. And this is my periodic report to the people of Grafton County and beyond as to what is going on up at the Grafton County complex up in North Haverhill, New Hampshire. And I'm making this report in my capacity as the Grafton County Commissioner from District 3. And I serve with two other folks on the Board of Commissioners. The chairperson of the board is Commissioner Wendy Piper of Enfield, and she is the County Commissioner from District 1, towns of Hanover, Lebanon, and Enfield. And then we also serve with Commissioner Martha McLeod from up in the Littleton area. And that's District 2, and that includes the towns up in northern Grafton County and western Grafton County, the towns along the Connecticut River north of Hanover. I'm the District 3 Commissioner, which involves the towns on the eastern side of Grafton County and the southern part of Grafton County. I'm from Wentworth right now. I'm living in Wentworth right now, and District 3 encompasses the towns that started in the north in Campton and Warren, and then go over to Canaan, and then down to Orange and Bristol, Holderness, and of course Plymouth, Hebron, and Ashland, and of course Plymouth. So as a county commissioner working with Commissioner Piper and Commissioner McLeod, we are statutorily responsible for the maintenance and the operations of the Grafton County Home and the Department of Corrections and the Grafton County Farm. Grafton County is the last county in New Hampshire, and there are 10 counties in New Hampshire, and Grafton County is the last county in New Hampshire to still have an active working dairy farm. And we have vegetable fields where we grow potatoes and sweet corn and cow corn and pumpkins and winter squash, and we're now back to growing some vegetables, zucchini, summer squash, and lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers. And so that's an important part, in my opinion, in the work that Grafton County does. Because we're responsible, again, as I said, for the county nursing home, which is a 135-bed facility and nursing home. And we're also responsible for the operations and the ongoings at the county Department of Corrections, which has a house of correction and a jail. The jail is for those who have been sentenced to a year and a day or less by the courts here in New Hampshire. The House of Correction also holds those folks. And then we hold people waiting to be tried to go through their court hearings, those that could not post bail or were not allowed to post bail by the court. We have those folks housed in our Department of Corrections. The commissioners, again, are elected. We're elected every 2 years, although there was a change in the law a couple of years ago so that at every election cycle, one of the county commissioners is elected to a 4-year term. And the purpose of that is, prior to that change in the law, all 3 commissioners were up for re-election or election every 2 years. And there was always the risk that if you had your commissioners all up for re-election at the same time, if all of them lost, you ran the risk of losing the institutional memory that came from having re-elected commissioners. So Commissioner Piper is in the middle of her 4-year term because she's District 1, and that was the first district to go through the 4-year, to be in the 4-year election cycle. The commissioners meet at least almost every week for our weekly meetings, and those weekly meetings are held at the county complex up in North Haverhill, New Hampshire, where Woodsville is. It's right off of the Dartmouth College Highway. And we meet on Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock. The meetings are open to the public. Also, if people want to attend via Zoom, we have learned because of what went on in COVID that we can, certainly adequately allow people to attend the meeting via Zoom. If people, have questions from home, they can certainly check in with Samantha Norcross. Samantha is the administrative assistant to the Board of Commissioners, and she can arrange, for you to be able to ask your questions. If what you should do is check the Grafton County website to see if the county commissioner meeting that week is going to be online. If not, just give Sam a call, give Samantha a call. The phone number is on the county website. I don't have that number right here in front of me, and I haven't got it memorized. But if you give the Grafton County Commissioner's Office a call and let Samantha Norcross, the administrative assistant, know that you're interested in attending the meetings, then she can make arrangements for you to get the link to attend the meeting. At the meetings, at our commissioner meetings every week, we receive reports from the various department heads and elected officials for Grafton County. And this past week, August 1st, was our meeting. And again, we meet in the, this week we met down in the basement of the administration building. It's called the Basement Conference Room, because up on the second floor where the commissioner's regular conference room is, the auditors were in. We've just started our new fiscal year as of July 1st, and so we make sure that our books are audited, after the commencement of the new fiscal year. Grafton County is on a fiscal year, budget year, and not on a calendar year. So the first department head that met with us on Wednesday morning was Karen Clough, the Human Resource Director. And Karen Clough, over the last 4 years or so, and it's ongoing, she and the folks in her department they've had a real tough job because of the COVID and then the lack of finding good help, nursing staff and Department of Corrections staff. So Karen's office is responsible for, bringing in these new people and making sure they're ready and qualified to be in the nursing duties for the nursing home and the Department of Corrections officer training, make sure they've got all that in place before they're hired. We do train the corrections officers, and we send them to the training academy down in Concord. So Karen was able to have some good news, and she indicated that a number of positions that have been vacant and hard to fill are now starting to refill. Part of that was because, as part of the budget, the county commissioners decided to do some targeted wage increases for the nursing home and for the Department of Corrections. And along with the regular COLA increases, which were not required, The commissioners are not required, and the delegation is not required to provide, but we try to stay competitive with our wage scales. One of the things that's, I think, very important for people that come to work at Grafton County is to know that we have some very outstanding benefits. Health insurance, retirement, things like that. We are very good about those things. So Karen gave us a report, and her report is on record at the Grafton County website with the minutes of this meeting. So the minutes will be discussed at the County Commissioners meeting next Tuesday, and once those minutes have been approved, then her report will be available fully to the public. The next item on the agenda was was Craig Labor, the nursing home administrator, and his job and the job of all of his nursing staff and the kitchen staff. That's been tough as well, because again, to find good qualified people has been very, very challenging over the last 3+ years. So part of Craig's job is to make sure that we have the best care for the residents in our nursing home, and he does a fantastic job. I believe during COVID, we only had one resident pass away with COVID as the main reason, and that was in March of 2020. And after that, we didn't have any other COVID-related deaths, although I think we had one more in April of this year. So they do a great job. But because of the shortage of nursing staff, the county has had to reduce the number of beds that it can make available. So even though we have a 135-bed capacity nursing home, we find that most of the time we are filled up with 88 to 93 residents at a time. And we do have residents pass away. I mean, this is what happens at a nursing home. That's usually the last resting place for people. When families can no longer take care of their gram or grandpa at home, or their mom and dad at home, then the Grafton County Nursing Home is an outstanding facility to provide the right care, the good care for family members especially. So we're working now on being able to accept more residents at the nursing home, because we are now finding more nursing staff that are willing to work there. And again, Craig Labor's report as the nursing home administrator is also going to be available online. So he gives us at least one report per month. And so if you want to look and see how things went through COVID, you just need to go to the Grafton County website, look at the commissioner's minutes that are on record, and you'll see reports from the nursing home, human resources, the Department of Corrections, the farm, and the maintenance department. And speaking of Department of Corrections, the third department head that we had meeting with us on August 1st was Tom Elliott, a Marine, U.S. Marine, served our country in the U.S. Marines, and he's the superintendent of the Department of Corrections. And we met with him in non-public session, and I can't say any more than that. But Tom is going to be retiring from the Corrections Department at the end of this month, the month of August. And the commissioners are in the process of interviewing folks to replace Tom. And it's not going to be easy finding a replacement for Tom Elliott. I believe he's been with the Grafton County Corrections Department for 30 years. 30 plus years, and we have been very blessed to have Tom. But Tom said he's ready to retire, and he's got family that he'd like to spend more time with. So Tom Elliott, gives us a monthly report, and you can also see his reports every month. One of the reports that we do get pertaining to the Department of Corrections, and this is an indication of the type of people that are being incarcerated, imprisoned, if you will, at our facility, or are being held pre-trial. They haven't been found guilty of anything, so these people, but the courts have found that they're not appropriate to be let out on bail, even though they haven't been found guilty of anything because of the way the law is written. But we have people in the Department of Corrections facility for criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, criminal threatening, reckless conduct, drug offenses, stalking, contempt of court, again, more Controlled Drug Act violations, contempt of court, incest. We do have some pedophiles that are being held up there. Second-degree murder, that person's awaiting trial. Arson, habitual offender, violation of probation, burglary, simple assault, first-degree assault, criminal contempt, a lot of Controlled Drug Act, a lot of people up there for drug possession and violation of the law when it comes to illegal drugs in New Hampshire. And it's quite a group of people that we're holding up there, and it's not easy for all those things that people are in there for, and you have to have corrections officers and corrections staff that know how to handle those things. We do have some programs at the Department of Corrections to work with these inmates to try to help get them back on track, the FIRM program, and we do have classes in there to help the inmates work out some of the issues that they have. Some other things I just want to bring to your attention. The county commissioners did propose to the county delegation a county budget for fiscal year 24, which started on July 1st, a little over a month ago. And that budget, again, for the third year in a row, resulted in no increase in the county tax rate. No increase in the county tax rate for this fiscal year 24. Now, the county tax rate, county taxes have no control over your municipal taxes, your town or city taxes, and it has no control over your school taxes. And but we're taxpayers too, the commissioners, and we're doing everything we can to work with the department heads and work with the elected officials, the sheriff, the register of deeds, the county attorney, so that we can try to keep the tax rate low and find other sources of money. And that's one of the reasons why we still using the county farm, because we are able to sell potatoes and sell winter squash, and we sell the milk. The milk right now, all the milk that's produced on the county farm is sold to Agrimark. Yeah, it's a wholesale rate, but that does bring in a couple $100,000 a year in income to the farm. The farm, another nice aspect from my point of view for the farm, is it provides the inmates from the House of Correction an opportunity to learn about agriculture, to learn how to milk cows, and maybe by learning how to grow some vegetables, they can, when they get out of prison, get out of the Department of Corrections. Maybe they can go home and grow some gardens at their homes and help feed their families. So the important thing is, though, is there is no increase in the Grafton County tax rate. We have a new assistant county administrator who started on the last Monday in July, Holly Burbank. She's a local person, and we're very fortunate to have her. Our county administrator, in my opinion, is overworked. Julie Libby, our county administrator, is also the head financial person. And the commissioners realized several years ago that we needed to do something to split some of the duties away from the county administrator. And we tried that. We tried one way of doing it a couple of years ago, but now we're going to try the assistant county administrator. And we're looking forward to working with her. She has a great resume, and she is a local person, so that's good. We will, as I said, we've begun interviewing candidates to replace the retiring Department of Corrections Superintendent, Tom Elliott. And the the note to myself is, the cows are still mooing, to the delight of the nursing home residents. And with the targeted salaries, raises for the nursing staff and the corrections officer staff, the county employee staffing levels are looking much better. And that's why I said the report from Karen Clough, the Human Resource Director, was a good report. Things are getting better. If you were to go up to the nursing home or up to the House of Correction to visit family or whatever, you're going to find the parking situation is not very good right now. It's because we are in the process of basically repairing and resurfacing probably 90% of the parking area up there at the Grafton County Complex. So the front parking area there that fronts on the Dartmouth College Highway, that's pretty much the main parking area that's left. And when I was up there for the commissioner meeting on Tuesday, I had to park at the far end of the parking lot, and it was quite a walk over to the administration building for the meeting. So I want to let you folks know that if you, again, are interested in attending any of the county commissioner meetings, check the Grafton County website and or give Samantha Norcross, our administrative assistant, a call. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns about Grafton County government, please do not hesitate to give me a call. Again, I'm Omer Ahern Jr. I'm the District 3 Grafton County Commissioner. My phone number in Wentworth, New Hampshire, it is my office number. It's the only number I've got. It's the only number I've got is 603-764-6024. And my email is omer.ahern.jr@gmail.com. I think I might have a county email address as well, but I don't remember what that is. So I want to thank the folks here at PBTV, at the Plymouth Library here in Plymouth, for allowing me this opportunity to share with you what's going on up at Grafton County, up in where the county correctional facility is located, where the county nursing home is located, where the county farm is located, and also that same 25-acre complex is where the county courthouse and the circuit courts are located. The Registry of Deeds is also located up there in the basement of the county administration building. But the courthouse, which was built, I believe, in the early 1970s, and that courthouse is a big issue up there right now. We really need to look into either renovating it significantly or building a new courthouse. We have received some studies from local architect and engineers. We had a pretty thick three-ring binder from them, and right now it was presented to us a couple of years ago, but there's some other things that have kind of gotten in our way, or we had to deal with before we can really get to this dealing with the county courthouse. And one of the players that we have to talk with is the state of New Hampshire, because the state of New Hampshire is in charge of the judicial system. And right now the state of New Hampshire is not looking to be involved in any new courthouse construction. But I think we had a quote to build a new county courthouse up on the 25-acre complex that we've got there. I think they figured it would be about a $32 million price tag, and the new building would actually have a little bit more room than on our present county courthouse. To repair, renovate the county courthouse, a lot of glass windows there that need to be repaired. The elevators need to be repaired there. Just a lot of issues. The initial quote to make the repairs there is about $36 million. So that's a $4 million difference. $4 million cheaper to build new, and with a little bit better, with a little bit more room, versus renovating what is there. The sheriff's office is in the basement of the existing courthouse. Probation and parole, state probation and parole, is in the existing courthouse. The county dispatch center is in the county courthouse. The circuit court for North Haverhill is up in the county courthouse. And there are 2 courtrooms up there for the Superior Court. And again, some of the district court cases are heard up there as well. So there's a lot of issues to be dealt with up there. The commissioners are looking for more ways to have more income coming into the Grafton County government to pay, some of these things going forward, so we can try to keep our county tax rate, more reasonable, and so that it isn't going up like all the other taxes that we see going up around us. So I'm going to call my report today. I'm going to terminate it a little bit early, which is unusual for me. But again, I want to thank the folks here at PBTV, and I want to thank also being able to work with Grafton County Commissioner Wendy Piper as our chairperson. She does a great job as chairperson, and I appreciate working with Grafton County Commissioner Martha McLeod from the Littleton area. So that's it. I want to say God bless the great state of America, God bless the great state of New Hampshire, and God bless the great United States of America. Thank you, take care, and God bless.